Welcome back to English Buddy Podcast. I'm Sam.
And I'm Sofia.
Today, we're going to learn something super practical. How to talk about your daily routine in English.
That's right. Your daily routine means the things you do every day, like waking up, eating your breakfast, going to work or school.
Exactly. And why is this important, Sophia?
Well, when you meet new people, they often ask, what do you do every day? Or what's your daily routine? So you need to know how to answer.
Perfect. Today, we have a fun story about two friends, Emma and Kenji. Emma is from Canada, and Kenji just moved to Canada from Japan.
Emma and Kenji are having coffee together, and Kenji wants to know about Emma's daily routine. Let's listen to their conversation.
But before we start the story, if you're enjoying this podcast, please give us a like and follow our channel. It really helps us create more content for you.
Yes, please. Now, let's jump into the story.
So Emma and Kenji are sitting in a coffee shop. Kenji is curious about life in Canada.
Let's listen.
Emma, I want to learn more about your life here. What do you do every day?
Oh, you mean my daily routine? Well, let me tell you.
Yes, please. I want to practice my English too.
Oh, okay. So, I usually wake up at 7 o'clock in the morning.
Notice she said wake up. That means to stop sleeping and open your eyes.
After I wake up, I brush my teeth and take a shower.
Me too. Then what do you do?
Then I have breakfast. I usually eat toast with butter and drink coffee.
Have breakfast. That's a common phrase. We say have breakfast, not eat breakfast.
After breakfast, I get dressed and leave the house at 8:30.
What time do you start work?
I start work at 9 o'clock. I work in an office, so I sit at my desk and use my computer.
She works from 9 to 5. That's a common work schedule in many countries.
At 12:30, I take a lunch break. I usually eat lunch with my coworkers.
That sounds nice. What time do you finish work?
I finish work at 5 o'clock. Then I go home.
Notice the pattern. She uses time words at 7 o'clock, at 9 o'clock, at 5 o'clock.
When I get home, I'm usually tired, so I relax, watch TV, or read a book.
What about dinner?
Oh, yes, I have dinner around 7 p.m. Sometimes I cook, sometimes I order food.
And what time do you go to bed?
I usually go to bed at 11 p.m. I need to sleep because I wake up early.
And that's Emma's daily routine.
Pretty simple, right?
Yes, now let's break down the important language you just heard.
Okay, let's focus on the key phrases and grammar from the story.
First, let's talk about time expressions. When we talk about daily routines, we need to say when we do things.
Right. We use at for specific times. Listen, I wake up at 7 o'clock. I start work at 9 o'clock. I go to bed at 11 p.m.
We also use in for parts of the day. I wake up in the morning. I work in the afternoon. I relax in the evening.
And we use on for days. I go to the gym on Monday. I visit my family on weekends.
Great. Now let's talk about daily routine verbs. These are super important.
Let's go through them one by one.
Wake up equals stop sleeping. I wake up at 7 a.m. Get up equals leave your bed. I get up after I wake up.
Brush my teeth equals clean your teeth. I brush my teeth every morning. Take a shower equals wash your body with water. I take a shower after I wake up.
Get dressed equals put on your clothes. I get dressed before I leave the house. Have breakfast equals eat your morning meal. I have breakfast at 8 a.m.
Leave the house equals go out of your home. I leave the house at 8:30. Start work equals begin working. I start work at 9 o'clock.
Finish work equals stop working. I finish work at 5 p.m. Go home equals return to your house. I go home after work.
Go to bed equals lie down to sleep. I go to bed at 11 p.m.
Now, let's talk about frequency words. These words tell us how often we do something.
Listen to these examples. I always wake up at 7 a.m. 100% of the time. I usually have coffee for breakfast, about 80 to 90%. I often walk to work, about 60 to 70%. I rarely cook dinner, about 40 to 50%. I never go to bed late, 0% of the time.
Notice where these words go in the sentence. They come before the main verb.
Exactly. I usually wake up at 7 a.m. usually comes before wake up.
Let's talk about sentence structure. When we describe our routine, we often use a simple present tense.
Here's the pattern. I, you, we, or they plus verb. He, she, or it plus verb plus S.
Examples. I wake up at 7 a.m. She wakes up at 7 a.m. Notice the S.
One more important thing, linking words. These help us connect our activities.
Listen. First, I wake up. Then I brush my teeth. After that, I have breakfast. Finally, I leave the house.
You can also use after and before. After I wake up, I take a shower. I brush my teeth before breakfast.
Great! Now you have all the tools you need to talk about your daily routine.
Now it's time to practice. Don't worry, we'll do this together.
First, let's practice saying some sentences. Listen and repeat after me.
I wake up at 7 o'clock.
I have breakfast at 8 a.m.
I start work at 9 o'clock.
I go to bed at 11 p.m.
Great. Now, let's try with frequency words. Repeat after Sofia.
I usually wake up early.
I always brush my teeth.
I sometimes cook dinner.
I never go to bed late. Excellent. Now, let's try something a little harder. I'll say a phrase in the wrong order, and you try to fix it. Ready?
Wake up, I, at 7 a.m.
The correct way is, I wake up at 7 a.m. Did you get it?
Here's another one. Work start, I, at 9 o'clock.
The correct way is, I start work at 9 o'clock.
One more. To bed, go, I, at 11 p.m.
The correct way is, I go to bed at 11 p.m.
Perfect. Now pause this podcast and try to say your daily routine. What do you do every day?
Think about these questions. What time do you wake up? What do you eat for breakfast? What time do you start work or school? What do you do in the evening? What time do you go to bed?
Try to make at least 5 sentences about your routine. Use the words we learned today.
Take your time. We'll wait.
How did it go? Remember, practice makes perfect.
Wow, we covered so much today. Let's quickly review what we learned.
Today, you learned how to talk about your daily routine, important time expressions, at, in, on. Keep daily routine verbs like wake up, have breakfast, go to bed. Frequency words like always, usually, sometimes, never. How to connect your sentences with, then, after that, finally.
Remember, talking about your daily routine is one of the first things you'll do when you meet someone new.
So, practice this. Talk to your friends, your family, or even to yourself in the mirror.
Here's your homework. Try to write your daily routine in English, just 5 to 7 sentences. Use the vocabulary we learned today.
And remember, don't worry about making mistakes. Everyone makes mistakes when they're learning. That's how we improve.
Exactly. The more you practice, the more confident you'll become.
Before we go, let me share a quick tip. Try to think in English about your routine. When you wake up tomorrow morning, say in your mind, I'm waking up. Now I'm brushing my teeth. Now I'm having breakfast.
That's a great tip. It helps your brain practice English naturally.
Okay, that's all for today. Thank you so much for listening to English Buddy Podcast.
If you enjoyed this episode, please like, follow, and share it with your friends who are learning English.
And if you have any questions or topics you want us to cover, leave a comment.
Keep practicing, and we'll see you in the next episode.
Bye for now.
Goodbye, everyone. Happy learning.